On the call, Texas Southern University head football coach Darryl Asbury. Coach, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Coach, could you review Saturday's matchup against Grambling State and go into your preview against Southern this week?
I thought Saturday was an environment that we went in, and we knew it was a lot of emotions going to be riding on this game. It was even when we walked into the stadium, you can feel the different type of atmosphere and different type of Grambling football team. Those young men, I take my hat off to coach and his program. I thought coming off of what they've been through, Coach Winston has done a great job of getting these guys, pulling them back together, and they came out and they played hard. Both teams played hard, actually. And, at one point in time, the game could have went either way. And I felt our conditioning down the stretch paid big dividends for us. And, neither team wanted to surrender. Both teams kept fighting, and our guys, we came out on top. I thought it was very important that we take them into overtime. I think we had maybe about 20-something seconds left, and we started to try to drive the length of the field, and then I just made a decision that said, let's just take them in overtime. But, it was a good win for the program. It's over now. We have to move on to the next opponent, which is Southern University. They're playing real good football. Coach has done a great job with the program over there, and I think if they're coming in, they win this game, I think it's possible they can clinch for the championship game. But we want to just be sound and get back up and get ready to play this football game.
The call is now open for Texas Southern head football coach Darryl Asbury.
Yeah, Coach, this is Trey Alice with the New Orleans Times-Picayune. Did Homer get hurt in the game the other day? Is he okay now?
No, Homer will start Saturday. He'll be there.
He's okay then.
Yeah, he didn't get. He just had some cramps in his calf muscle. Yeah, and we just didn't want to. We tried him out on the sideline to try to give him the push, and every time he would try to push, it would cramp up on him, and we just decided to go with our backup. And it was we have two good quarterbacks in Jamal Small and Jay Kristoff, and we went with Smalls on Saturday.
Thank you, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, an update on Porter.
Porter, he came back with the team. We have him at the doctor's today. He was conscious. He I think it's more so maybe a concussion. We haven't got a final answer on it yet. He's at the doctor's now, getting checked out and everything. So we'll get a report on Porter this afternoon before practice.
Coach, can you talk about Amir Bloom and what he means to your defense?
Bloom is a special young man. He's a 4.0 student in the classroom. This kid has picked up about 20 pounds during the off season. He's what every coach would love to have on the program. I mean, the kid understands the defense, uses his hands extremely well. He just goes to the football. He makes plays, and he's very disciplined. That's the key for a young man that you would like to have on your program, some disciplined defensive linemen. We're glad to have Bloom. I think we have him for maybe two or three more years. And it's just a blessing to have an athlete like him.
How do y'all like to use him to utilize his skills? I mean, he leads the league in sacks, So what do y'all like to do? Do y'all like to strip him around or just, leave him at one spot?
Well, we'll leave him at one spot. We're putting in some stuff this week for him where we can bounce him around a little bit. He'll stand up. We'll stand him up a little bit as well. But he's just a tremendous athlete, and we're just glad that we're able to to be able to have an athlete like that where we can use in several different situations.
Coach, whenever your offense isn't able to sustain a drive, you're able to go out there with a punter, Corey Carter, and averaging 44 yards punt. Not a lot of SWAC schools have a guy that has a leg like that. Can you talk about the advantage of having a guy like Carter as a specialist?
Well, early on in the season, our defense has been actually the backbone of this program, and then until we could finally get it going offensively, and then when you have a guy like Corey, right now our thought process is we want to try to pin him, play field position, get us a short field on offense, defense hold. Like you said, a lot of guys don't have a punter that can pin people. Corey's one of those guys that can pin you. He's very good at his angle kicks. We worked that a lot in practice. We spend a lot of time on special teams, and our thought process now is, hey, we're playing good defense. Let's see if we can pin them, make them punt, give us a short field offensively, and see what we can do with it.
Can you talk about Causey as a quarterback and what he brings and how he stabilized that quarterback position for y'all?
Causey is a young man. He still has not. We still haven't seen the best of Causey yet. He's a young man that only played 1 year as a freshman, and then we redshirted him last year when he came here. This kid he's gonna be something special for this conference. He's finally getting settled in the pocket. I just finished watching tape on him from Sunday, how he gets his drop now. Earlier in the season, he wasn't getting his drop. He would just take 2 steps and then the line would collapse on him. But now he's getting back deep. He's reading the coverages. He just has so much poise now, and that just tells me as the coach, he's getting more comfortable back there. So we just need to protect him, keep him humble, and he understands he has to stay humble. We're going to be going against a very good football team on Saturday, a team that's is scoring a lot of points and understands how to win, and we're still learning how to win. Just hopefully we can get these young men up. And like I told him, you don't have to win the game for us right now, just manage the game, because he has so many other guys around him that are capable of doing some great things with the football.
Coach, what are you seeing on tape about Southern? It's a short week. Obviously, you're already looking at the tape. Anything that jumps out on you and what Southern's doing?
They're just a good football team all the way around. They have guys offensively. They have receivers. They have some guys that'll probably play on Sunday as they continue to grow. And defensively, coach is going to mix up the front. He's going to bring a lot of pressure. They like a lot of movement. They like to try to bring 3 and 4 strong on you, and that odd look. You got to figure out where it's coming from. We're just going to try to play sound, play fast, and keep the tempo going, and hopefully we can match up with these guys.
What about their wide receivers, Coach? They have 3 very capable guys. Does that concern you going into this game, or do you feel like your defense is going to be able to hold up against the aerial attack of Southern?
Well, I'm going to write a letter and see can we play with 12 to 13 defensive backs this week. See, the NCAA will approve that just for this one game. These guys are very good. Those skilled guys, they can run kickoffs back, they can run punts back. So they're very good back there on that end. But that's where our guys come in play up front. The Mir Blooms and the Jarris Moores and the Conleys. Those guys got to get some pressure on that quarterback and get him down. Coach Vite and those guys will do a good job of game planning. So I don't too much spend a whole lot of time down there on the defensive side of the ball. I trust that those guys are going to get us a good game plan, and then I go over it, approve it, and then we move forward.
Coach, no insult to your team, playing great down the stretch, picked up some good wins. Looking at the West Division and looking at Prairie View and A&M and Prairie View A&M and Southern's, half game margin on who will represent the West in the championship game. Do you use perhaps being a spoiler for Southern chances of going to the championship game as motivation going into this game this week?
Nah, we're not gonna worry about motivating. We don't worry about that. It's the biggest problem is we can't go. So right now we just need to try to finish the season strong, and we can't worry about using that as a motivation.